binibitawan ko yung character kasi kailangan ko lumipat kay Adelina. Hindi ko pwedeng panghawakan si Luna kay Adelina kasi magkaiba sila.
It's been almost a decade na nung last mong birthday Barbie sa Topas naman. So, kamusta na si Barbie ngayon na sana?
Ayun. Lumaki naman. Malaki improvement. I mean, ibang-iba na siya noong nakatrabaho ko siya. Hindi yung malaki. Oo, parang minor pa yata siya. Pero nandito pa rin yung ano, it's the same pa rin ng kung paano ko siya nakatrabaho before. Sobrang collaborative. There were times na kahit mabigat yung shoot, gumagaan. And then, walang patawanan na kami between days eh. Yun. Ang fun kasi ng katrabaho kay Barbie is that aral niya yung material bago siya pumunta sa set. So, mas madali yung trabaho for the staff, for all of us sa paggawa ng pelikula.
Handpick ba siya or paano napili si Barbie?
Si Barbie, nanalo siya sa Viewcon. Hindi handpick siya. I mean, handpick siya for the role. Nung sinusulat pa lang yung material for the conceptualization pa lang, siya na talaga yung nasa utak namin na gagawa ng material.
Anong reaction mo, Barbie, na handpick ka for this project?
Gratefully, well aware po ako na handpick ako. Gratefully. Kasi, honestly, nakailang tawag kami dalawa sa Cinenomics kasi yung schedule, kasabay po siya ng pulang araw last year. Last year pa po namin ito ginawa. Eh medyo tight din po yung schedule namin ng taping ng pulang araw. Tapos talaga nagtatawagan kami ni Direk. Sabi ko, sige na Barbie, make this work, ganyan. So sabi ko, yes, Direk. I will make sure na ako mag-aaraw-araw ako, pulang araw, tapos B77. Wala na si Lord kung paano ko gagawin. So, yun, opo. And I'm super grateful and thankful to Direk Derek, to GMA Pictures, GMA Public Affairs, Clever Minds also. Kasi, ano yun eh, parang it's a blessing na mabigyan ka ng ganong klaseng pressure. Kasi, ibig sabihin, great things are expected of you. That's why, handpick ka, diba, na parang, ang sarap sa tenga na iniisip pa lang nila yung storya, binubuo pa lang nila yung storya, ako na yung nasa isip nila. So, it's a good pressure because it means great things are expected of me. And so, I always brought my A game to the set. Hindi ko ginawang excuse na galing ako sa isa pang napakalaking proyekto. Kaya lubos po ako nagpapasalamat dahil from start to finish, binabayan talaga ako ni Direk. As in si Direk yung tipo ng director na dito sa, kasi may isang mahabang eksena kami doon, yung ending Direk, yung third day namin kinuna. O dito, ano yung mo to, o dito, ganito, ganyan. Ito yung unit mo, chul, ganyan. Yung parang order lang. Yung parang Direk, if ever emotions yan ah. At saka if ever Direk, medyo tatlong shot yan, okay lang. Kaya yun, medyo yun naman ang aming working relationship ni Direk. Very specific, pero kailangan at necessary talagang gawin para mas maintindihan yung character kasi napaka-complex ng character niya. So, very grateful. Maraming salamat.
Speaking about material, matagal ka na rin kasi nag-horror or thriller. Paano ka naghanda for this?
Preparation ko, siguro ito po yung project na kada bago mag-shoot, binabasa ko ng buo yung script palagi. Kasi nga, intentionally, binibitawan ko yung character kasi kailangan ko lumipat kay Adelina. Hindi ko pwedeng panghawakan si Luna kay Adelina kasi magkaiba sila. Panganay si Luna, bunso si Adelina, layo ng acting, di ba? Tapos, magkaiba, war project si Adelina. Tapos, sobrang complicated ng character niya. So, yun. Kailangan ko bumalik dun sa character. Hindi naman chronological namin kinunan yung mga eksena. So, yun yung naging malaking tulong para sa akin to get back into character. Talagang basahin talaga yung full script every shoot. Also, I'm the type na I like getting references from films, actresses, ganyan. And so, one of my good friends recommended this film, Dancer in the Dark, si Bjork, ganyan. So yun, I really loved how she portrayed such a fragile, pero hindi siya weak na babae, just fragile, resilient, ganyan. Ganun kasi si Luna eh. So, nakarelate ako talaga sa character niya. So, yun yung mga naging preparation. Tsaka maraming tubig, tsaka yung ano yung inhale, yan, yung galing Thailand. Kalma. Yan, mga ganyan. Yun po.
Okay, balik na kay Derek. Marami na rin kayo yung collaborations ni Sir Enrico. Ano yung special sa P77?
Yung concept kasi ng P77 is from Ange, saka kay Christian from Public Affairs. So yung kanito from Behind the Firefly and dito, yung Rainbow. So nung finish nila itong storya, tapos nung nag-uusap na lang kami, nakita ko na kagad yung dito, yung main ng Public Affairs kung paano nila gusto ang kanilang pelikula. And to be honest, medyo mahirap siya isulat. Kasi dito, mahirap siya in the sense na kakaiba yung material. At the same time, ay kailangan maging ipapasyal sa mga usual na horror na ginagawa ko or nailabas na. Yun. Tingin ko yun yung mga parts na yun. Pero the good thing is dito, because collaboration yung nangyayari with Senan Panoy. Pag dito, mas natuturo at mas napili yung material. Ito kasi, hindi ko maalala, 2 years bago natapos yung script para lang mailabas kung ano yung P77 right na meron tayo.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Nas. And now, let go from Philippine Daily Inquirer, Mr. Alan Polito.
First question po kayo. Baka pwede niyo lang po kami bigyan ng konting overview about kung ano ba itong story mo na ano ba yung penthouse, ang horrors?
Ang P77 kasi i-choose at Rome. I mean, basically yung character ni Luna na someone from na gusto niya matulungan yung family and then especially yung brother niya. So, dumating yung time na kailangan niyang mag-OFW pero hindi nag-work and then now nagtrabaho siya sa isang unit as a caretaker. And then from there, doon na pumasok lahat ng kumbaga ng mga supernatural na nangyari sa kanya or doon niya na naranasan na experience na lahat ng trauma na pinatry ng iwasan. The film itself is, it tackles the story of trauma and how you deal with it. And then at the same time, kung paano mo dapat harapin yung part mo ng pagkatao before na gusto mong takbuhan. And hindi niya mabubuhay sa sarili niya kasi ang dami niyang baggage na kailangan niya munang, kumbaga kailangan niya ipagpag, kung kailangan niya ng closure. And yun yung closure na yun yung ibibigay sa kanya ngayon.
Okay, yung penthouse doon. Pero, ang sabi, did you build the set from scratch?
Oo. Binuild lahat ng set from mula sa bahay nila sa squatters area hanggang sa P77 kasi sobrang specific. I mean, yung squatters area is may mga specific na kailangan siya na kung dapat ganun yung setup, dapat ganun yung location. And then pagdating mo sa penthouse, specific din siya na kung ano yung tsura dapat yung hallway, nasa yung bedroom, nasa yung window. Eh, ang hirap maghanap ng ganun unit. No, parang specific, diba? So, parang sabi namin, so, sige, i-build na lang namin yung set para at least studio na lang, mas kontrolado pa natin.
And you may also do documentaries. Yung aspect na yun ng filmmaker, how does it affect or shape your filmmaking?
Malaki. I mean, when I started naman as a filmmaker, I started before sa training Public Affairs and for me, malaki yung tinulong niya kasi in terms ng pagbuo ng storya. And then, siguro sa akin personally na lang to, pero yung aspect of na kung pag ina-edit niya yung kwento. Kasi coming from Public Affairs na sobrang specific ang shots and then at the same time, dapat alam mo kung paano mag-flow yung kwento dahil nag-docu siya. So, mas nadalian akong i-apply siya ngayon kapag narrative feature, yung fiction film na mas madali siya in the sense of yung storytelling. Yun. Of course, there are a lot of things na natutunan ka pa na bago na before hindi mo alam. Pero, kumbaga yung foundation that is, malaki yung utang na lang sa public affairs kasi yung foundation ko na yun is natuto talaga sa NDA.
Next question for Barbie. If I'm not mistaken, ito ba yung first stand-alone lead role mo in a film?
Yes, correct.
So, ano yung
Mainstream.
mainstream. So, ano yung significance ng ngayon para sa career sa kind of project?
Actually, ang showbiz man pakinggan, pero being part of P77 is a dream come true for me. I'm a big horror fan. I'm a huge moviegoer, and this is the type of film na I would really want to see in theaters kasi I want to share the experience with the rest of the audience. And this is that type of film. And para sarili mo yung mapanood ko sa ganong klaseng pelikula na gusto kong panoorin. To be able to do another project with Direk Derek na napakaganda ng experience namin noon sa Bukos. Tapos ngayon, kasama ko siya ulit, wala pa yung hupas, ang husay. And mas mas yung tiwala ng GMA, ng Warner Brothers, ng GMA Public Affairs, GMA Pictures, na ako lang, together with the great, brilliant ensemble cast of this film, para mas maging maganda at mas makabuluhan ang kwento namin. Sobrang fulfillment yun para sa akin bilang isang aktor. Dahil, like I said kanina, challenging ang ating film industry today. So para magtiwala sila sa akin na ganito, grabe yung gratitude and pressure in a way. Pero I am very confident with our material. Kaya rin proud ako na i-promote siya kasi wala nang iba. Ako ang magmamayabang ng pelikula namin kasi gano'n siya kanila. Not because andito ako, pero yung material itself, ang rich, ang talino, kumbaga, all markets, all ages, sakot ng pelikula ito, mula sa pinakabata, kapatid ko si Ewan Miguel dito, diba? So, mula sa pinakabata hanggang sa pinakamatanda, sakot namin ng audience. We have Miss Gina Carreño here in this film, and so many more brilliant actors. Kaya I am very grateful and humbled to be part of this movie. Later is pinaka-challenging gumawa ng horror, magtango ka kapag nag-horror, okay lang. Sumayaw ka ng tango, okay lang. Ako si JC, kasi parang doon lang din, the day itself namin siya inarad-direct. Sa 10, oo. Pumasok si JC sa 10 ko, kasi kung mag-aaral kami ng tango. Para doon sa isang extent natin. Saan ka ba yung place natin doon, diba? So I guess, yun, bukod doon, kasi isa rin yung sa mga flavors and layers na kailangan yung abangan sa pelikula namin. Very, Easter egg yun yung tango na yun sa pelikula. Bukod doon, syempre, yung subtle nuances. I really had to separate or kailangan ko ibahin talaga yung acting ko na TV na napakalaki, animated, ganyan, lahat gumagalaw ang katawan. Ito, dahil literal, papalabas siya sa big screen, nakakahilo naman kung ang laki ng galaw ko, diba? So lahat mas taloob, lahat mas subtle, lahat mas mata, mas ganyan, sobrang maliliit lang talaga, minimal lang yung movements, ganyan. Mas emosyon depth yung pinagtuunan natin ng pansin dito sa program ito na maraming nga layers. So, ewan ko lang masyado yung sport basta panoorin nyo na lang. Maganda siya.
Hindi mo siya physically like pagsigaw o nakaka-train compared sa drama or sa action?
Not all the time. Well, syempre, kapag pag medyo patapos na yun, medyo climax na ng pelikula, syempre meron ng ganyan. Pero marami kami mga quiet scenes lang na talagang mas yung horror, mas yung dahil tahimik masyado yung place, or yung ano din, mas naririnig mo yung sarili mong thoughts, ganyan. You hear your own thoughts, you hear yourself, mas yun yung nakakatakot. Marami kami ganun with friends. Thank you.
Ana, thank you. And now we go from Manila Bulletin, Mr. Robert Regentina.
Ganda hapon po. Questions for Attorney Annette and Ms. Yes. Given the pictures that made the smashing up of pictures, like 2 years in a row, Firefly and then Rainbows. In fact, last Sunday sa Edis, popular ng Rainbows. So, with this awards and box office performance, does this give you confidence na yung mga succeeding films like P77 will also be successful?
Mahirap magsabi na confident na kami just because maganda yung performance ng mga movies ng GMA Pictures these last 2 years, especially sa Metro Manila Film Fest. Ayaw namin maging confident kasi ayaw namin maging overconfident at pabayaan na lang na we take everything that we do for granted, the feeling namin na maging successful. So, bawat movie na gagawin namin, we will still give our all. We will not feel or think na ay, magiging success na agad. Kasi pinaghihirapan talaga ang success. At minsan, hindi lang sa binigay mo na lahat, naging successful. Minsan, meron din yung a bit of luck and a bit of grace, di ba? Kaya nagiging matagumpay or hindi ang mga movies, lalo na sa theatrical. Pero ngayon na, lumawak na rin yung mundo ng pelikula. Hindi lang sa cinemas siya napapanood. Pero after, nabubuhay siya sa streaming platforms, nabubuhay siya sa pagpapalabas sa TV. So, I think, ang importante sa atin ay talagang paglalagdagan namin bawat pelikula na ginagawa namin from now on, dahil malaki na yung responsibility namin dahil sa award na nakapamigay lang sa atin ng Emmys. Sa Emmys Awards. Thank you.
Yes. And then also, ano po ba? Pressure po ba ito? May pressure po ba na? Kailangan,
Pressure talaga. Even before naman na binigyan kami ng award ng Speed, thank you ulit. Pressure na talaga kami bawat time na gumagawa kami ng pelikula. Kasi ang hirap, given the landscape of Philippine cinema, I think alam ng lahat ng tao yun. Gusto natin lumaban yung mga pelikulang Pilipino talaga eh. Hindi lang para sa GMA Pictures, pero para sa buong industry. Gusto natin mabuhay ang buong industry. So, ang maganda dyan ay ngayon, nagkakaisa lahat ng movie producers, unlike dati na, laban tayo, sige, laban tayo sa playdate, laban tayo. Pero ngayon hindi eh. Nagko-cooperate lahat kasi alam natin na iisa ang ating industriya and the success of one is the success of everyone.
Okay, maraming salamat. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sir Robert. And now, we will go from Random Republica, Ms. Sandy Kagura.
Hello po, good afternoon po. So my first question po is for Direct. So can you walk us through your particular scene po na was challenging but turned out so good?
Challenging, and then okay, kasi mahirap eh, kapag nagkamala ka, maririnig niya yung buong kwento. Pero hindi, meron kasing isang scene doon na parang I think mas mahirap siya now on my part for Barbie kasi mahabang iyakan siya. And then at the same time ay ang hindi ko sa kanya walang cut. Dire-diretso yung scene na yun. And parang I remember yung time na yun ko sa ending. Parang nag-prepare siya and then tapos after ng first take, the second take was na parang nakita namin much better parang yung first take. Pero sobrang exhausting siya sa party. And then also, may isa pa, ganun din, na isang eksena naman din, na nasa loob sila na parang guardhouse na naalala ko parang gabi-gabi na yun. Tapos last take namin mga around 11:30 or 12 na. Tapos nag-iyakan din na sobrang haba. Tapos nagtukas mga 3 takes bago namin natapos. Pero exhausted kasi siya sa artista eh. Sa amin hindi eh. Kapag okay na, di ba dali? Kapag okay na eksena, takbo na namin kailangan namin tapos na eh. Sa kanila kasi yung tipong okay, isa pa tayo. Ulit-ulit. So magpapatulong na nagawa. For me, parang mas mahirap yung trabaho namin sa pagpelikula kasi dito, mas maraming kailangan nila ibigay. Tapos wala silang magagawa kasi requirement namin yun. More than that, ang nagustuhan ko kasi doon is that yun, trivia lang. Si Barbie kasi hindi ko ng artista na nauna kesa sa staff. Maraming time na nakaka-receive ako ng tawag. Kung tatawag sa akin, try ko na ako. Imagine mo, call time namin mga 6:30, 7 o'clock. Tumatawag na sa akin yung PM namin o kaya yung mga staff sa akin. Direct na dito na si Barbie. Ha? Alas pa lang naman, ginagawa dyan. Nag-check daw siya ng issue, wala na. So, nandito na siya doon. Direct dito na set up ng tent. Yung gano'n. Ng mga tayo na parang mga nandun na siya ng 5:30, pero 7 o'clock parang siya lumatay, 7:30. Yun, yung mga gano'ng moment, yun. Kaya, for me, alam ko lang talaga na sobrang ano siya dun sa work niya. And, yun. Actually, kahit yung the rest of the staff na parang, yun, sa Director Litos, parang lahat kami ng table, yung parang lahat kami ng sa Director Litos. Naalala ko na sa akin kami ng ED namin pa, subukan mo magkakaroon ng Litos. Subukan mo magkakaroon. So parang nandun din yung pressure, diba, na parang seniors yung katrabaho mo, and then parang hindi naman lahat ng nakakakaroon, hindi naman ng time, and then at the same time, with Barbie na, kumbaga, sobrang makakabi yung mga artista doon sa call time nila. And alam mo lang yung mga requirements per day is mabibigat. Kasi for me, toxic yung trabaho ng P77 eh. I mean, precise yung mga kailangan ng emotions yun.
Thank you, Direk. Last question na lang po for Barbie. Was there a scene that affected you personally or was hard to shake off your system even after the film?
Siguro yung third day na shoot, kasi nakunan namin, with everyone yun, it's isa sa mga kailangan niya ako ng eksena. All cast yung eksena. Kinunan na lahat ng shots, pero yung close-up ko, remember that, right? Kasi inabot na kami ng cut-off. So, natapos lahat. Tapos, sabi ko, paano ko hindi bibitawan yung eksena? Kailangan kong tumawid ng pulang araw na next day. Tapos, babalik ako dun sa emotions na yun ng Thursday para makunan yung close-up ko. Yun. So, intentionally ko siya hindi gaano binitawan. Just because alam ko na yung how the scene would turn out kasi nagawa na namin yung master shot, nagawa na namin yung close-ups na lahat, pero sa akin, ako, the next shoot day pa nakunan yung sa akin. So, I really had to remember everything I did. Bukod dun sa emotions, yung mga continuity, yung mga ginawa ko, yung bagsak na buhok ko, yung hikbi ko, ganyan, lahat. Talagang to the smallest detail, I had to remember. So, yun, isa yung mga challenging na shoot days ko kasi naipit siya ng ibang project. Yun po.
Thank you so much for your congratulations.
Thank you, Sandy. Now we go up from GMA News Online, Ms. Carmen Basilio.
Hello, good afternoon po. My questions are for JC. So the first one is, without spoiling anything, can you tell us about your character since medyo different it was a usual project mo?
Thank you po sa mga nagpunta dito. Kahit may bagyo, salamat po sa press. Actually, dapat hindi siya papatasin. Bumaga sa place ko. Pero nag-effort ako kasi sa mga ayun po, ako po dito si Tio, isang mysterious guy from P77. Actually, marami kayong aabangan dito sa scene namin na to, sa character ko, sa lahat ng character dito, kasi kami nila direct family dito hanggang sa mag-meet ko dito si Barbie Fortesa, isang karangalan din makatrabaho si Barbie. I'm a fan since 2011. Yes. Bata pa lang ako, pinapanood ko na siya. And sobrang grateful ko din. Thankful kasi alam niyo po sa dinamit-daming artista, ako yung nabigyan ng chance. Salamat po sa inyo. Salamat po sa inyo dito mo. Thank you po sa opportunity. And sana po balawin yung 2077.
And my last question, still for Jessica. How was it working with Barbie for your first project with Yami Naber? Nabanggit mo nga, it was such a dream come true moment. So how was it?
Kinakabahan. Tapos, Barbie Fortesa pa, pangarap ko makatrabaho. Pero, syempre, kailangan hindi ka magpatalo ng kaba kasi horror to, so kailangan matakot ko pa rin siya. Kailangan maparamdam ko pa rin sa kanya na nandito ako sa karakter na to. Pero sobrang saya ng trabaho, sobrang bait, sobrang may dito mo siya, dedikado siya sa trabaho niya. Nagbabasa siya ng screen, nagdala siya sa gilid. So, ang saya pala ang trabaho niya, ang warm lang. Tapos lahat na nasa paligid, talagang bibigyan niya ng pansin, kaya ang saya, sana hindi ba ito ulit yung mas. Sana. Yun po.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Barbie. Now we call from P78. Joking.
78?
From Pakibang, P77, from Marites University, at the Rose Garcia.
My first question is kay Direct Carlos and of course, Direct, you're no stranger to renting, of course, nakakarami mo magandang pelikula na napapanood namin. Direct po na, even working with various actors and actresses, no? Pero, what was there a particular reason why P77 resonated with you?
Well, yung kasi, when I was una, well, basa ko yung story ng script. I read it, it's medyo complicated siya, but it's clear, it's at saka may forward movement, madaling sakyan. And it's medyo rich yung roles. Everybody's roles is maganda yung mga characters. Tapos I also wanted to look forward to working with the team of Derek Cabrera, and then of course the writer si Rico Santos, and of course the cast. Mga naka-excel ako dito sa Barbie, of course, and JC, and Chucky Lou Blanco, and Chrome Kosho. Yun yung mga excel ako. Unfortunately, hindi ko naka-excel si Sina, Rosana, Roses, and Gina Pareño. But I'm excited to be part of this project, with this cast, with this team, and of course for JPA. So I'm very grateful for this part. Pero ang number one na nag-resonate sa akin, it's an interesting part. Kami na play Andrew Cambio, yung owner 77. And kami dalawa ni Jackie. No, she's playing Sonia, kami, my wife. So kami owner nung penthouse. And strangely, we're very welcoming kay the part played by Barbie dito sa penthouse na to. We're luring her in. Sineseduce namin siya kung nasa dito sa penthouse. Masaya kami nito. So, it's interesting, it's mysterious, and I think that's a major part of the trailer.
Is your first time to work with Barbie also?
I think so. Yeah.
How is she naman direct?
No, she's very generous as an actor. Ako kasi, basically the way I do it, of course do the preparation, pero a large part of it for me is just staying connected with the co-actors in the scene. And so, for you to, walang cameraman, walang director sa set, walang lights. It's just you and the co-actors at saka yung eksena ginagawa niyo. So, it really feels good to be playing with actors like Barbie at saka the others in the cast who are easily connected. I can easily connect with. And Barbie is a very generous actor. Hindi lang siya kumukuha, she gives back what she gets. So it's easy to stay connected.
Thank you for that. Next question to Kalaki po. Iba talaga. Namubala ka lang.
Oo. Ang daming sinasabi. Hindi ka lang. Oo. Yes,
Bart, sabi mo nga kanina, siyempre ito pa rin state ng ating movie industry. During your first major solo mainstream movie, ano yung mas lamang na nararamdaman? May takot, may kaba, may pressure, or excited lang?
Fulfillment. I am so fulfilled right now because hindi ko pa man nakapanood pelikula namin. I am confident dun sa ginawa namin pelikula, kung paano namin siya ginawa. I am confident that the outcome will be great. And I just can't wait na mapanood siya finally. Namin lahat kami mga gumawa. At syempre, we owe it to the audience kasi, like I said, since there's a challenge in theaters right now, we really are catering something new and something worth buying. Kasi hindi na rin biro ang presyo ng cinema tickets, diba? Movie tickets. So, this is something worth buying talaga, worth watching na bihira mo mapapanood sa free TV. And again, horror is always best experience in theaters kasi you get to share the experience at the same time with the rest of the crowd, the rest of the audience. Diba? Ang saya ng may mga barkada sa taas na nagtatawanan, tapos biglang sisigaw, tapos biglang ayun na, yung ganyan. Ang sarap maging part ng experience na yun. At para sa akin, horror talaga yung perfect genre for that. So I'm just fulfilled and kilig.
Ngayon wala, I'm sure may mga ideas ka na. Yun yung mga imbitahan mo, gusto mo makakama.
Yan, ganyan, Tita Rose. Ganyan ang tanong. Ganon. Ang tawa sila. Siyempre, nag-invite na tayo. Number 1, siyempre si JC. Diba? Hindi siya short. Siyempre, siya yung kasama ko sa pelikula. Diba? Si Derek Derek. Diba? Sila yung talagang sure na makakarating doon. Siyempre, si Miss Annette nandoon. Si Miss Nessa. Warner Brothers. Si Carlitos nandoon. Marami po kayong makikita doon. Aasahan ba kita doon? Tita Rose.
Alam mo, feeling ko may misconception ng iba dito. Lalo na noong unang Milons ko. Akala talaga, this is a remake of or adaptation yung Korean drama sa Penthouse. Are you aware? So, ngayon pa lang baka pwede mong sabihin, may connect ba? Ano ba?
Sorry po, pasensya na. Wala. Na anong genre ba yun? Drama.
yan.
Okay. Pero hindi po siya adaptation, hindi siya. Ano to, original concept by Jerry Rodriguez and Sir Nico Santos, of course, with Jerry Pictures and Direct.
So, kilala ka namin bilang isang mahusay na actress. You're very good in drama, kahit na comedy, etc. Sa horror, very rare ka namin yung makita dito. So, kung ikaw na naman namin, anong pinakamahirap sa iyo gawin na genre? Nahirapan ka pa ba?
Siguro ito pong horror. Kasi nga, like you said, ano ba yung last of the road pa. So, kumbaga parang, actually, sa lahat naman ng bagay na hindi mo laging ginagawa. Challenging siya pag gagawin mo. Kasi, it's not something na comfortable kang gawin. It's not something na you do all the time. So, ito siguro, kaya yung halo-halo, yung mixed emotions na rin nararamdaman dito sa video na ito. Pressuring, challenging, at the same time, fulfilling as an artist, as an actor. So, ayun, siguro ito po, horror. Sana, kung marami po mag-horror. Baka maging comfortable na rin po ako sa genre ito. Why not? Diba? Direct?
Bakit mo maging horror pieces ka pala?
Boom! Diba nga? Ayaw mo no, diba?
Pero madali ka bang matakot, Barbie?
Oo!
Oo,
big horror fan talaga ako. As in, yung talagang scoring pa lang, wala pa nagpapakita. Ay, dahil sumisigaw na ang day. Talaga yung ganon. Yan, ganyan. Pakala niya. Parang yun. Ayun.
Okay lang na. So, ano na lang pinakatakot na may Barbie na yun?
Yung mga tanong mo.
Oo yan, alam mo yan.
Nakita ko sa lamuya ako din. Pinakatakutan ko, seriously, losing a loved one. I think it's it goes for everyone. Losing a loved one, parang you can never be ready for it. It's the number one thing na inevitable, kailangan mo talagang pagdaanan. Pero it's the most painful, most horrifying thing one could ever experience in their life. So,
thank you. May follow-up question lang
ano po yun?
Yung parang idea mo, personally, picture mo pa horror house.
Ano po ulit?
Parang horror house, or ano yung mga nasa loob mo?
Lahat ng nakakakutan ko, clowns, dolls, yung mga rap dolls, ganyan, mga old people, maybe old lady, old man, ganyan, tapos, oo, syempre, horror house eh. Tapos, ano ba, sige, sama na natin, Meralco, tubig, ganyan, sama-sama sila lahat, talagang gold, shredded card, ganyan. Ayun, hindi ko gano'n. Mahilig ako pumasok sa horror house dati. Yan, yung mga gusto ko. Gusto ko yung mga nagugulat, yung mga nanghahabol, ganyan. So, yan. Ibigay mo na sa iba yung mic! Tapos!
Do you like to live in a penthouse ba?
Do I?
Yung sa penthouse ka talaga natin.
Ako sa heights, pure heights. Meron po akong pure heights. Gusto ko bahay.
Akala ko ito na makakami yung mga lupa-lupa.
Bukod doon, oo. Basta anything na nakakatakot. Ang hilig ko kasi, advance kasi ako mag-isip. Yung parang wala pa nga, natatakot na, ganyan. So, matalimutin ko talaga akong takot. Yun, thank you!
Maraming salamat, Ate Rose. Sa isang naparoon ng Beka at Katata. Joke lang po. Okay. And then from Lionheart TV, Mr. Richard Paglikawan.
Hello, good afternoon. Yung first question ko para kay Bart, without syempre spoiling, may scene ba dito na talaga kinatatakutan mo and even off-cam?
Madami po. Yung mga towards the end ng mga eksena namin, bukod sa literal na nakakatakot siya siyang gawin kasi it's emotionally demanding. So, salamat po ni Direk. Medyo exhausting po talaga siya sa part ko. So yun, natakot ako in the sense na alam ko kasi yung magiging flow ng eksena. At syempre yung emotional requirement na kailangan kong maibigay sa eksena.
And ito naman, do you personally believe in the supernatural? And may scary experience ka ba na-share mo while filming P77?
While filming P77, wala po. Siguro it really helped na we were a light set. Kaya siguro hindi kami, kahit yung material namin ay horror, hindi kami kapag-invite ng mga unwanted visitors inside the penthouse. Sa ibang nabangungot ako dati, matagal na shoot ng isang project, and I will always love you. Na-sleep paralysis ako, na parang yung kapapong sa aking black silhouette ng babae na kulot-kulot yung buhok, nasa kalamukan. Hindi ako makagalaw. Gano'n siya. Yun. Pero hindi ko sa P77.
Pero di ba rom-com yung sa internet?
Yung pagod po siguro. Baka nagano talaga yung mga... yung pagod po talaga siguro ang cause ng bangungot.
Thanks, Corbin. The next question ko rin is Nessa. May kinalaman ko dun sa question kay Miss Rose kanina kasi may mga nag-aakala kasi talaga na parang may kinalaman parang remake siya or adaptation. So, since syempre nakausap niya si Miss Ash, yung writer, so what inspired the story of P77? And is it based on folklore, real life events, or paano siya yung as original concept?
As original concept, it's very public affairs actually. Nakita kasi namin yung discrepancy between the people living in the slums and then the people living in the slums. Very expensive from the neighbors. So yun yung what do you call this? Yung napakita talaga namin. It's the difference in life between the rich and the poor, and also somebody who's very, very poor and really wants to make her family have a better life. She goes into this world na sobrang iba. Tapos makikita na it's not all that she dreamt. But it's really the disparity between the social classes. You know, I know it's weird kasi hindi siya yung typical na horror, pero yun nga yung pinagagaling mo sa namin as producer. But we want to show the reality of life in the it's not, we're not just here to do fictional narratives, we're here to show what's really happening in society.
In relation doon sa sinabi kanina ni Direk regarding doon sa set mismo ng P77, can you share more about doon sa entire Conto set, paano siya ginawa, especially yung unit, at saka pati yung slums na pinakita, paano lahat as producer?
We were so amazed. Our PE is Erickson Navarro, ang mura niya. So, hindi siya malaki ng budget, no? But he was able to create this entire world from something that direct parang isa siyang scene King Lote na meron dalawang levels na. And then there's like this underground level. And if you go inside, it's just like a big building, warehouse. Pero nagawa niya yung pagbuka in totoong slums. Tapos talaga yung level, very controlled yung nagawa niya ng setup. Ang dumi-dumi niyang tingnan, pero hindi siya madumi pag nandun ka. Hindi siya maingay. We were able to do so much because it was a controlled set. So parang first time namin sa GMA Public Affairs na mag-create from scratch. Kasi dati, ang nakagawin na namin na we go to the area itself para mas realistic. Pero dito, sobrang galing ni Erickson at nabuhay niya sa lugar. Because it was a controlled environment, we were able to shoot more, do more within a short span of time. Yun ang natutunan namin as producers. It's okay to do it that way as well. Kasi pag totoong community, ako doon ang mga tao iingay nila. Tapos dahil sila parang gusto sumingit sa siya, there's so much crowd control, parang reklamo. Dito naman wala ng tama-tama. We're all inside, just one love.
Thank you po and congratulations sa
you. Our next question is a phone. Phone in question, nababasahin na ito. This is for Barbie. Barbie, how's the experience working with you? Mas madali o mas mahirap ba working with a child? Nabaha siya.
Uy, grabe.
Buti si JC nakapagod.
Bangka papunta. Well, my experience working with you and well, one thing, mahal naman siya ng camera. Ang ganda na nag-iisto niya sa camera. Talagang kuha-kuha niya yung puso ng audience. Tapos yung mindset din niya kasi bilang bata, nakatulong din sa character niya as Jonas para mas maging relatable at mas lumalim yung character ng kapatid ko si Jonas. And okay naman yung bata. Mahilig kumain. Lakas kumain. Di po ba? Lakas kumain yung bata. Nakakatuwa. And ayun, okay naman. Nakapag-usap siya sa lahat. Ganyan. Pagbiroan siya sa aming mga producer, sa aming staff. Kasi sila din ang kasama niya sa Firefly. So, ayun. Naramdaman ko na very comfortable siya sa set namin.
Parang pati ko mag-isip yung parang hindi bata na. Hindi, totoo.
Yun, exactly.
Yung question po na yan ay galing po from Inquirer.net, Miss Jessica Evangelist. Jessica, if you're watching, thank you very much. The question is for Derek. We have many horror movies today. Ano yung unique experience na ma-offer ng T77 to movie viewers?
Hindi sila mabubuhat. Yun yung nasasabi ko. I think nung sinasound design na namin, para sabi ko nga, ito yung pelikula na sobrang ang hirap sound design at i-edit kasi sobrang daming elements. Pero pinapanood na namin na yung yung project itself na parang hindi siya boring. Yun. Alam ko lang na may enjoy nila. And it's a different horror. Kahit sa akin, it's a different horror yung pinagawa ng Jeremy. Hindi siya yung usual na ginagawa ko. Yun. Kaya, enjoy siya. Saka challenging gawin. Yun.
Thank you very much, Derek. Kung napansin niyo din po, di ba, nag-uusapan na Derek yung sound. May gumagawa rin ito ng kapayha pa naman. So, sumasabi po. Thank you very much, Kuya. Tagang cue at least, Kuya. Quartet mo siya ng T77. And now, may we call it from Maganda Ba, Mr. Mark Magadia.
Hi guys. Kaya direct muna. Bilang director, gano'ng kalagay yung nisasama mo sa isang psychological horror yung itong huli na pelikula na merong tinatakal na social issue like urban poverty and kasi parang based on the trailer na napanood ko, meron din may social issue siya with poverty, homelessness, so ano yung gano'ng mahalaga ito bilang isang director?
For me, dapat lagi mag-i-enjoy ka eh. I mean, parang hindi siya dapat parang wala. Parang dapat meron pa rin. Dapat you should be able to enjoy issues na pag-usapan natin ito. Yung, let's talk about this, let's discuss about this. And I think it's one of the strength ng public affairs. Even like one from Firefly or Rainbows, or even way back from the sort of Jamie Foxx na Dr. Rizal. Alam mo na agad na they want to do stories na katata. Some of those film na pelikula ni Direk Mario are classic na ngayon. And then ngayon, pinag-aaralan ka ng students, di ba? And then from Firefly to Rainbows, dito, malinaw yung message. I mean, for me, yung unique ng Rainbows is who would have think na we could do a story about this and then it's something na we love to talk about it. Because, mahirap ilaban niya sa producer. Di ba? Mahirap yun. Pero, yun, I think yun yung branding ni Jenny. And it's one of the reasons that kung bakit recommend yung material. Because I know that hindi lang siya basta cover na there is a much deeper meaning na gustong i-explain ng material. And to be honest, yun yung madalas namin pinag-discussion ng mga writers. So parang hindi. Dahil natin dito sa ganito part, hindi. Ito kasi yung message namin at yung branding. And I'm grateful na malinaw kung anong gusto nyo gawin ng pelikula. Kung ba ng producers ng JV Pictures kung saan nila gusto nyo dahil yung final thought.
Second question direct, curious na ako kasi initially this was titled Penthouse 77. Ano yung decision dapat ginawa yung P77?
Haba. Malaking factor yung malaking factor din kasi yung time na yun parang yung Penthouse mismo na Korean drama. And then, yun. Actually, marami nga nagtatanong bakit siya P77 is the number of the unit eh. Yun, yung unit mismo na kung saan pumunta si Luna. Yun, it's Penthouse 77. Yun, yung unit number.
Okay. Thank you. And then kay Borgie naman. Si Luna kasi dito sabi niyo nga, parang bigat emotionally yung character niya. And ito naman parang bubbly ganyan. So ano yung ginagawang preparation or may special ka ba na paghahanda na ginagawa kapag papasok ka na sa mundo ni Luna? Every time mo siya.
Parang siguro I make all my senses aware that I am on the set of P77. And I did that intentionally para aware ako na P77 yung ginagawa ko ng araw yun. So, meron akong specific perfume for Luna. Para pag naamoy ko na, si Luna to, ganyan, si Adelina. Iba rin yung papanguha kay Adelina. Ngayon, si Lorene, but then, malakas mga iba ang significance ng set para sa akin. It really makes a lot of difference, especially when I get into characters. I think isa rin yan sa mga isa yan sa mga purpose ng immersion eh. Para talagang maamoy mo yung location, talagang maapakan mo yung location, to get in touch with the environment, the location. So mas yun. And ano pa ba? I listen to a lot of calm music pag nandun ako sa set. Para lang mas mag-restart yung katawan ko, yung emotions ko, ganyan. And also, yun nga, nagbabasa ako ng script, full script, every shoot. Tapos, kada eksena binabasa ko. Kasi meron kaming side script, meron kaming full script. Every shoot, iba-iba yung side script. Ang ibig sabihin nun, yun lang yung kukunan dati. So, parang pinagsama-sama lang nila yung mga sequences na kukunan dati. Pero hindi siya in chronological order. So, I still had to go back to the full script every time I read the scene na nasa side script. Para alam ko yung pinagalingan, alam ko yung kukunan. Para alam ko yung emotional continuity ko. Yes, exactly. And yun nga, I like getting references from movies. So yun, doon pumasok yung Dancer in the Dark. Para meron akong lalong babalikan ng core ng character. Yan po.
And second question lang, kasi yung mga PR material na nakikita namin, parang pinapakita yung iba't ibang expression ganyan. It has something to do with the story, without spoiling it.
Iba't ibang
Parang may mga iba't ibang motions and may mga pictures kaya
yes. Actually, yes. Easter egg siya. I thank you for posting. Isa kaya ako sa mga una nag-post ng ating media content na kita ko.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Without it there, Mark, as a practicum now. Thank you. Very interesting sinabi ni Barbie, kung narinig na pabango ano?
Yes.
Wow. Matuwa nga din yun. Pero kasi ginagawa ko, hindi naliligo. Parang natural sin. Hindi naliligo, gano'n kasi naliligo lang ng parang at ano kaya yung mga pabango na yung barbs?
Actually, ko narisigan, pero hindi ko talaga matatas. French eh. Kanan lang.
So, ibig sabihin na napakadaming pabango mo barbs.
Yan.
Napakadami.
Kada project ko rin.
And now, our next question will be coming from Manila Times. Ms. Tessa Mauricio Ardegon.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Barbie. Thank you for gracing the cover of the Sunday Times magazine 2 weeks ago. We were very happy to have you there. Actually, it was really for Beauty Empire, but you already talked about, hindi nyo mapigilang pag-usapan ang 077 during the interview with my writer. I have the story right here, and you mentioned that this is the most mentally challenging role that you've ever had, and that you really had to work very hard with them in preparing for the role of Luna. Can you also walk us through that? Ano yung difficult na mental challenge role na ito para sa iyo?
Kasi po, as actors, we really want to show truth as much as we can in portraying our roles. So may it be nakakaiyak, nakakatuwa, nakakatawa, nakakakilig, nakakatakot, and parang it's mentally challenging. It's the most mentally challenging kasi iba yung pag yung takot na yung kailangan mo bigyan ng katotohanan. Ang hirap mo kasi it's the one thing na iniiwasan mo sa totoong buhay, di ba? Matakot. So, you do everything para hindi ka matakot. So, para pilitin mo yung sarili mong matakot, challenging yun. And to do it every time, and to do it the same way. Kasi maraming angles po, maraming mga shots, ganyan. Tulad na sabi ko kanina, may isang mahabang eksena na yung close-up ko, the next shoot day panakunan. So, mas yun naging challenging for me. And also kasi we will delicately delve into PTSD. So, kaya ano yun siya character mo yun. So, kailangan ko siyang aralin mabuti. Dahil ayaw naman natin na magkamali tayo ng execution. Kaya nakipasalamat mo rin po talaga kay Direk Derek kasi talagang ginabayan niya po talaga para tama yung ipakita.
Or maybe we were just mentioning here, especially when you shared with us that one of your methods of delivering, your role is, to set, ano pa ba mo, and, it really seems like you are, well, it doesn't seem like you truly are an intelligent actor. Pinag-tulog siyang konti. Pinag-iisipan mo lahat, inaaral mo ang lahat. And we were wondering, I mean, obviously you've grown up sa GMA7, pero it seems like you take on your own path in the way na you've developed your skills, no? Saan mo yung nagagawa? Is there anybody that you would like to credit? May nag-guide ba sa'yo kung paano mo talagang ma-sharpen your skills as we have seen in acting?
Siguro po, syempre, hindi ko makakalimutan. Walang hanggang pasasalamat sa GMA sa tiwalang binibigay nila sa akin. And kaakibat ng tiwalang yun ay pressure na galingan ko. So siguro yun, yung nagpupush sa akin na hindi isang Barbie yung maipakita ko. Na every time they give me something to work with, it will be worth it. Kasi hindi biro na magtiwala ka, mag-invest sa isang artista at naiintindihan ko yun. And again, acting is my passion also. I didn't enter showbiz to be famous. I really entered showbiz because I want to be an actress. Acting is very important. I want to be respected not as a celebrity but as an actor. So yun yung core ng talaga. Kaya pinagmumutihan ko talaga.
Oh, may 14.
May 14. Ayun na talaga.
mean, I'll follow the train of thought. You sound very, parang you sound, kasi I'm just proving yourself. But you are a smart actress. So ang gusto ko rin malaman, yung approach mo ka, like the one that you're telling us, you're using the factory and all, you have to be very qualified with the physicality of the setting. Is it something that you just recently discovered, or para throughout your career, para nagpapalito na, okay, this is going to be my approach?
Feeling ko, ano na lang po, I learn everything along the way as I go. Kasi wala po akong formal acting workshop. Maarte lang talaga ako. And I like watching interviews of my favorite actors like Javier Bardem, Meryl Streep, Judy Dench, ganyan. A lot of my favorite actors, they use the Meisner technique, which is very convenient sa setup ng sistema dito sa Pilipinas, kung paano maggawa ng content pelikula dito sa Pilipinas. Kesa yung method, medyo nakakapagod siya. Tsaka yun nga kasi may mga times na maraming projects ang pinagsasabay-sabay. So, mahirap na mag-method kasi magsistay ka sa isang character lang. Katulad na yun po, kaya akong beauty empire, tapos ngayon, nag-media ko na po. Kamusta naman yun, di ba? So yun, mas para sa akin, mas Philippine-friendly ang Meisner talaga. You make yourself aware of the surroundings, you get stimulus from your co-actors, you react, ganyan. Mas actually nagagawa ko yun sa Maria Clara Ibarra na there are some things na kailangan ilagay sa setting. Kunwari, yung sa isang hotel na setting namin, maraming outlets, maraming electric outlets. Eh, syempre, nung time na Maria Clara, nung time na era nun, wala pang saksakan talaga. So, kailangan maglagay ng napakalaking halaman doon na hindi mo maintindihan. Bakit may halaman doon? So, ang ginawa na lang ni Clay, in-acknowledge na lang na, ano ba yan? Yung may gano'n. Para hindi mo pang bigla lang nandun yung halaman. In-acknowledge yung character ko, pero it made it solid. It solidified the set, the prop. Kaya it made sense na may halaman doon apparently. Kasi in-acknowledge yung character.
So,
Yes, opo. Yung para sa akin yun po yung ano. And wala rin akong formal education with regards to Meisner. Nag-search lang din talaga ako. Oo, namin research na lang ganyan.
Congratulations. Maybe I would like to ask Ms. Nessa, but
ayaw na, wait na naman. Iserve na lang kasi yung risotto.
Di ba parang, I mean, we can tell naman Barbie is obviously a favorite of the public affairs. I mean, the actress that she is. In fact, kahit magsara sila, may reason number why. But we'd like to hear from you. What makes it so good and so, wonderful for public affairs? Always work with Barbie for them.
One word, she's a pro. So, kanina I came in to check out the setup here at about 2:15, but she was already here. Napuna pa siya sa akin. So, ganun siya lang. She is always early. She is just so prepared. She is so professional. So, why wouldn't we want to work with her in the first place? Hindi ka ma-over budget kasi ano na siya, tapos gagawin na lahat. As in, no weirdness, no freakouts. She's not gonna suddenly disappear in the middle of a shooting place. We love her. And she acts so well. Ever since bata ko na siya, we did, in Die Will Always Love You with her, like traumatic for her. But she was so good there. And it rated so well. Since nasa akin na rin ang bikes, namagdagdag naman about Derek. People don't know he was in public affairs for 13 years. And he was an award-winning documentary producer. So ang dami niya New York Festival medals that he doesn't want to talk about. I just want to tell you, parang siya yung unang nag-silver sa GMA News TV na doon. So ang galing niya, bata pa na siya.
Last thing, Attorney Annette, if I may ask, kanina you were saying that it's great that all the producers are now coming together and talagang everybody's putting in the work and the effort para tulungan yung mga tao sa sinihan. GMA Pictures and also GMA Public Affairs has done such good work po. Now, is there, if you could share one or two best practices that has made you so successful, all of these projects that you have, very, magaling talaga, di ba, parang the way research yung mga, yung mga mariaglala naman, and all of these, and how, yung impact talaga ng mga pelikula, how are you able to do it?
Siguro like, ilang years before, yung mga 26 years ago, yung Rizal, back-to-back na Guro Ami, sabi nga nila, and then ngayon, after 25 years, it's Firefly, back-to-back with Green Bones. We can see that it's the material. Nakikita natin na ang audience natin ay may hinahanap na material na hindi lang sila ma-entertain. Pero meron silang makukuha, mapupulot, matututunan. So, we should respect our viewers and give them that. Ang viewers natin ay naghahanap ng something more than entertainment. And secondly, nasa timing din. Kasi lahat ng binanggit kong pelikula sa Metro Manila Film Fest, at yan, pag Film Fest, wala tayong kalaban na Hollywood. Yun yung isang obstacle that we face, di ba? That's why all the movie producers have been trying to get more support from our government na pinapakinggan naman nila tayo para matulungan talaga tayo, maprotektahan ang Philippine movie industry.
Thank you. And lastly, Direk, I just wanted to ask, in terms of, like you said, GMA Films has done horror features before, and of course, through time, you always expect everything to improve with the level that they're at right now, the productions that they do share out. Siyempre, ang expectation ng tao mataas. In terms of paninakot naman, and of course, effects, there are always bound to be certain effects in horror films. How would you say yung improvement or yung makikita naman ng tao pagdating sa P77?
For me, for my part naman dito, I mean, to be honest, matagal na kasi natapos yung material of the shoot. And then, matitig ka sa dapat like, tapusin yung post-production. And, malaki kasi part din yung quality control. I mean, madugo yung quality control in terms of ang daming pinagdadaanan, and then at the same time talaga, tutok lahat from the side of nila Nelson, nila Ange, nila Christian. I mean, the creative producers, and then down to me, down to the supervising producers. I mean, binabantayan talaga namin. So, in terms of quality, I'm confident ako in terms ng kung maganda ba ito or kumbaga tumataas pa yung standards. Yes, hindi siya question at all. It's more on dito, to be honest on my part, more on like what I said kanina is that this is not the usual material na ginagawa ko. So parang may fear ako parang tama pa yung mga decisions, mga ganun. Pero nung pinapanood ko na I'm happy na ito yung kinilabasan ng buong pelikula.
How long po yung post-production, if we could ask? Because definitely if you say mahaba yung talaga.
Konti na lang, pa isang taon. Oo.
Kasi hindi usual sa Pilipinong pelikula po yung napagmatagal lang. And that's great news that nalaban. I hope yung practices na po mapunta na po sa ganyan na direction in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Tessa. And gusto ko po i-tag-tag. So, talagang ito si Barbie. Siya po gumawa nito. Siya po gumawa niyan. Siya rin po nag-design po ito. Ganyan po siya katindi po. And now from JMNetwork.com, our last question is going to be coming from Aaron Eusebio. Aaron.
For the character
first. Marami kang nakatrabaho na mga artista. And now, sabi mo ako na first time mo to working with Barbie Forteza. So how would you rate her acting?
Well, like I said, I'm impressed by her. At saka, like I said kanina, masarap siya sa trabaho. She's, parang you're working with a professional actor lang talaga. It's walang star attitude or anything. It was really, I really enjoyed working with her. Impressive, as an actor and as a professional.
Thank you po. For my last question, kay JC. Na-share mo na sa amin na sa tingin mo bukas yung birthday mo. So yung share dito sa already na sa tingin mo bukas yung birthday mo. So, minaramdaman ka bang kakaiba habang nag-dating din itong bigyan?
Ay, naku, James talaga.
Siguro dun sa may babal, sa pinibigyan natin sa yung sa vibe. Nag-observe ako na dyan. Meron po.
Like, malinaw, nalbata, ganyan.
Galing siya sa that time kasi sobrang mysterious ng character ko and nagpunta ako sa gilid doon kasi gusto kong makuha yung character and then na-feel ko talaga na mayroong tao dito.
Oo.
Mundo siya.
Nakita mo siya? Or meron? Pati, huwag na lang tayo sa hotel. Para open ending. Di ba maganda yun sa atin? Huwag ka na sumagot.
Sobrang weird kasi nung bahay ko sa bahay bar. As in talaga sa ilog talaga. Gilid mo kasi ng ilog.
Pag kanina natatakot ka ba? Or sanay ka?
Nasanay na parang hayaan ko na lang. Huwag ko na lang siya gano'n. Or
Kinakausap ka nila?
Nagpapakita ko. Kasi bata pa ako nakakita ako ng mundo. Sa tita ko, yung anak niya nakita ko. So, as in nakita ko yun sa ilalim ng babag, sinabag niya ako. And then, ayaw maniwala ng mami ko kasi hindi na nila yan, pero alam nila. And then one time, may lumakad dun sa may buhok. Nakita ko yung paa ng bata. Iyak ako niya. Hindi na ako balik sa mami. Takot na ako. Yeah.
Okay lang pala hindi tayo nagpalabas ng trailer, no? Ito pala yung kwento niya. Hindi, basta ako hindi kita muna. Wait, oo. Alam mo, one thing about JC, maaga din siya sa set. Una ko siyang na-meet nung script reading namin, tsaka long test. Pagkasabay kami dumating. So, oo, ganun. Iba rin ang level of professionalism ni JC. And also, yun nga, same day, 15 minutes before we shot the tango scene, yun lang namin inaral yun. Tapos, like, super great dance partner and scene partner talaga ni JC. So, yes, I am hoping and na maging friends kami and magka-work kami again. Kasi galing yun.
Wow, thank you very much, Jason, for that nerve-wracking.
Oh, eh! Pero maganda ka pala ni Elon daw.
Ayan, ako maraming salamat din, Eric, mga producer. Brace yourselves for the experience that will give you chills. Guys, maraming Jason, nagkakaroon namin yung chills. And keep you guessing dahil July 30 na. Palalabas po sa mga nationwide ang mind-bending horror film ng Giga Pictures na Please Set It Is Set. Makakasama rin po sa pintulang Firefly, Child Star, Mamanet, ingat po, at award-winning child actor sa movie, mga veteran ng actress na si Miss Jackie Blanco, Miss Gina Pareño, and Miss Susana Roses, pati na si Chrome Caution. Please 1977 will be distributed by Warner Brothers Philippines. Palakpakan po natin. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga major players who joined us this afternoon. This is amazing. Welcome so much and enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy niyo po yung food. Maraming salamat sa food. Napakasarap po. Stay safe mga kapuso. Ingat po.